Faith has a new frequency. The Spirit of Huntsville. KHSPLP, Huntsville, Texas. Spirit 94.3.
From Huntsville, Texas, hope lives here. Spirit 94.3.
Hey, everybody. Come on down here now. Come on down.
Over yonder.
Come on down here now. It's a wonderful Wednesday. And Jennifer Augustinetti will be the first commenter.
Girl, you were on it.
Shoot, look at that. She said, y'all better find a Bible study. Better get to it.
I love how consistent she is.
You better get in where you fit in, TC. What up, TC?
What up, what up?
T-Pain.
T-Swizzle.
T-Swizzle. That's your name? T-Swizzle?
No, that's Taylor Swift.
T-Swizzle. Oh, ain't nobody got time. Welcome in, everybody. We are here on a wonderful Wednesday. Underwriting support for Spirit 94.3 comes in part by Elliott's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com, and also Walker County Federal Credit Union, their website, walkercountyfcu.com. We are excited that you are here today. Thanks for hanging out with us. A little late start as it has been fun till the mama take the T-Bird away. Taylor.
What are you saying?
You don't know that song?
No.
You know what I've goofed? Do you want to just say something for like 5 seconds while I go flip a switch?
Flip a switch?
Yeah, just tell us how happy you are to be here on a wonderful Wednesday, Taylor.
I have had a phenomenal Wednesday thus far. I did have a little minor mishap. My sweet baby child, we pull in to get donuts this morning, and she goes to open the door, and somebody who else super wanted donuts came flying in and almost took the door off. And then Mama Bear had to take a second to breathe because it was, I'm like, you almost hit my child. And then, of course, you know, she throws up her hand. So sorry, so sorry. I'm like, yeah, so sorry is not going to take back that you almost took out my child. But donuts were bought. This kid was delivered on time.
Children.
All is well.
Children.
The children.
The children.
And then
the children.
Lainey got back in the car and she was like, girl, she almost hit me. I'm like, I know. It's like, she must really want some donuts.
Thanks for that story.
It was a good story.
I was just thinking this morning about donuts because Mother's Day, they had a little Mother's Day breakfast with the moms at the school for the children. Mm-hmm. And on Father's Day, they have donuts with dads. They had muffins for moms and donuts with dad.
That's cute.
And so I was talking to Braylon about that because Braylon brought up this morning. Braylon asked me this morning, Daddy, why weren't you there with all the moms the other morning?
How dare you?
I said, well, sweetheart, that was muffins with moms. And she goes, I love my daughter now because whenever she's just done trying to make a point or talking, she just goes, oh. And so I said,
I do that as an adult. Oh.
Oh. And that means it's over. Like, move on to the next thing, right?
Right.
And so I was telling her, well, that's because it's muffins with moms and daddies don't go to that. And she goes, is that because daddies work? I said, well, yes. But there's also donuts with dad.
Like, we have our own things.
Yeah, and I said, there's Father's Day.
Equally as great.
Yeah, I said, there's Father's Day. And then she just goes, oh. And then she went on to another conversation.
So
that was our chat this morning.
Ending conversations. So how do you end phone conversations when you're finished? So I'm like, all right, I got to get going. That's how I try to end phone calls.
I usually say like, all right, holla to playa. No, I'm just kidding. I don't say that.
That sounds like something you would say. But
I don't say that. Why would I say that to my mom? All right, Mom, peace, holla to playa.
I she would love that. But what do people say to get off of the phone? Because I've got to find something new to say because I feel like I'm not.
I just straight up say, I got to go. I say, hey, I got to go.
Yeah, but then people are like, oh, okay, one more thing.
My mom does that. And Mom, you're the only one that's allowed to do that.
One more thing. But it's never one more thing.
My mom is the only one. Her and my grandmother were the only ones that were allowed to do that.
So you're just like, all right, no, save it for another day.
I just keep talking. Yeah, I'm like, I just hang up on them except my mom and grandma.
So
I miss my grandma. I was thinking of her the other day.
Lainey corrects me all the time because I'm like, all right, gotta go. Love you, bye. And I'll hang up. And she's like, you don't give anybody an opportunity to say they love you back. And I'm like, well, I don't say I love you to get it back. I say it because that's what I want to say. She's like, oh.
That's your get off the phone thing. I love you. All right, click, bye.
Yeah. I'm like, said all the things. I don't need to hear any of the story. I've gotten better.
That is our conversation this morning here on Spirit 94.3. Good morning, Huntsville. We want to give you some inspiration today as you are waking up, probably already at work. Time now, by the way, is 8:12. If you were supposed to be at work at 8 o'clock, you're probably fired. But you still have time to go by and get some breakfast tacos and maybe redeem yourself.
That's always a good call. I wish our office did that.
Are you ever a bring 'em breakfast tacoer?
No, Matt is though. Matt brings cookies at least once a week, and they're so good.
The Childers.
They're so good.
By the way, there's someone new. It's been there for like 6 months. We haven't given it away yet on the show.
We're doing our best. We've been very busy.
The Childers.
Yeah. So he brings cookies, not because he's late. He's actually always early, but yeah, he brings cookies.
Nice.
Yeah, it's because when everybody's trying to eat healthy, he's like, surprise, here's 3 dozen cookies.
Surprise, you're hosed.
Yeah. I think he's brought muffins sometimes. Every now and then we'll have members bring us breakfast, which is always really nice. Wink.
That is the conversation this morning, is how do you get off the phone? We want to hear from you, the listening audience. How do you, if you need to go, how do you get off the phone? And let us know how you do that. And let us know who is that one person in your life that always keeps you on the phone. You don't have to mention their name.
Moms.
But it's usually moms, and that's okay.
So my other mom, my mom, she is really good about, I think she can hear it in my voice when I'm done. I'm like when I tune out. So you get to a point in conversation where you're no longer engaged in the conversation, and she can hear it. She's like, okay, I guess you got to go. Yeah, thanks.
Dunsky. See ya.
I try not to be rude, but I have the phone capacity. I used to sit on the phone for hours. Now I'm like about 3 minutes. I'm like, like little high school Taylor would sit up all night talking on the phone with the love of my life.
Did you have the corded phone? And
No, I had a cell phone.
See, it's not even fun though. You had to have the corded phone.
And then my parents would walk in and I'd sneak it under my pillow. Bish.
You had to have the corded phone to make it cool. And the one with like this kind of cord, this stuff right there, the curly cord. And then the base of it though, you had to run a really long phone line from the kitchen through the house into the bedroom. We had one of those.
The way my house was set up, that wasn't. But I will tell you, my work phone
we was po folk. We did not have the hand. You remember the wireless phones in your house?
No.
The wireless landline?
I don't think I had a house phone past the age of maybe 10.
Dude, isn't that crazy? That's another discussion. Like things that used to be common that aren't common at all anymore.
Right. Like
landline phones.
I think
landline.
I don't think even when we first got internet, we had a landline. I mean, I guess we had to.
Do you remember when y'all first got internet? How old were you? You were probably little. Because I've got what?
At my house? No, I don't.
I've got like 8 years on you, right? No, I've got 8 years on you.
Yeah.
Is that right?
So I'm going to be 34 this year.
Yeah, and I'm 42. That's 8 years.
42. Yeah.
So you were born in the 90s.
That's 9 years.
So internet wasn't like a big deal when you were first born. It was still new.
Yeah.
Do you remember the AOL disc, or were you too little for those? The CDs?
I don't think I had the disc. I had the dial up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I had my little Barbie games, and I had horse games, Thanks, Dad, for letting me play my little horse games.
Thanks, Dad.
But yeah, I think, and honestly, the only reason I feel like we got internet is because my dad had a plague, I know this
had the plague.
Had a plague game, like a pilot helicopter game.
I thought you said the plague. I was like, that poor guy.
No.
Glad he recovered.
Full recovery. I just got back from vacation yesterday. So, 16-day vacation. And I came back.
Wait. Did they go out of the country?
They did. Panama Canal? Is that out of the country? Yeah.
Panama Canal?
Yeah, that's out of the country.
They went to the Panama Canal?
Oh, yes.
We're trying to take ownership of that thing, apparently.
Well, they toured it, I think.
That's cool.
I don't know what they do. They live a wild life. But yeah, he had a helicopter game, so I think that's why we had the internet.
Huh.
I want to say it's probably 9 or 10, maybe 11 when we got the internet. And then I got a cell phone. I was probably 13, 14.
There is I've been quiet about talking about this because every time I talk about stuff, then something happens.
Oh, no.
And in 2019, middle 2019, on Good Morning Georgetown at the time, which we only did it once a week, and it was great. Ken was awesome, but we only did it on Wednesdays. And it was just kind of a little fun thing. It was a hobby. This is more like a job, but it's a fun job now.
Right.
But we had caught wind of something in Wuhan, China.
And you brought it up.
And I said, that would be terrible if that broke out and came over here.
Well.
And we're still talking about it 6-7 years later.
Yeah, and it'll never go away. It's in the history books. Well, I will tell you.
The hantavirus. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about the because I'm going on a cruise here in a couple weeks.
Oh, please be careful.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to say anything, but last time I got skinny and pretty, the COVID happened. Now that I'm in the gym, I'm like, Jesus, I know I made a deal that if you let me get me skinny one more time, I wouldn't let it go. But can I just get one hot summer? Just one? I
just bought plane tickets yesterday.
For your vacation?
Yes, we used tax return money. Well, you know what? I was blessed because I've been stressing over this vacation. Mm-hmm. Like, yes, I want to go on vacation. No, I don't want to spend money on it.
Right.
But you kind of have to.
I don't want to spend my money on it. Like, did your family take vacations growing up?
No, we didn't have money to. We did. You know what our vacations were? We all hopped in the truck. It was a single cab F100. There was 5 of us. Like in the family,
in
3 children.
Cab.
In a single cab.
Okay.
So we squeezed in the truck. I sat on my mom's lap, and we drove 3 hours down to South Texas to visit my grandparents. That was our vacations, and I had fun doing it. I loved it. I didn't need to go somewhere big or fancy or any of that kind of stuff. We had fun.
And times have changed. Like, my daughter was like, we're only going on a 3-day cruise. Yeah, girlfriend, because I got to pay for it, so I got to work.
Yeah. Well,
she was like, well, last cruise we went on was, and I'm like, yeah, last one we went on was cruise.
Oh, we're not going on Disney?
Yeah, no. Poor kid.
Yeah.
But then she was telling about how her dad...
Sorry, I wasn't mocking your child.
No, but also mock her, little lucky child that doesn't even know. And then she's like, I want to go on a road trip. Can we go somewhere like 4 hours away? But she shouldn't...
See, you just said something, though. But the children shouldn't have to know. Like, I don't want my...
She has no idea.
I don't want my children to ever know the financial struggle of life.
Yeah.
I want... Like, I'm trying hard to...
Not relay that.
To not relay that because and I know somebody else, well, you just talked about getting plane tickets. Maybe you should quit living beyond your means. Guess what?
Nah.
So, wait, hold on, Taylor. Go ahead, do that again.
Nah.
There you go. Thank you. That was a good view.
You're welcome.
You have to do things sometimes. You just got to get out once. And I haven't taken a real vacation. I've only taken 2 vacations since I had my IT company in 2006. And here we are. This is scary to think about. Here we are.
20 years later?
20 years later, and I've taken 2 vacations in my life in the past 20 years. A vacation for me, and this is another conversation. Nobody's commenting in yet on, what was it, the phone thing?
Yeah.
How do you get off the phone? We would love your interaction. 936-339-0139. We can see the comments. 936-339-0139. Let us know how you get people off the phone. But for me, I always wanted to work. I don't like being gone, but a vacation is defined as this. And here's...
I say, what is your definition of a vacation?
I want to know your definition. My definition of a vacation is this. That you have to be gone for 7 days. It has to be 7. It can be 6. It can be 3. It can't be a weekend deal.
So what are you calling my trip? Just a trip?
It's just a trip. It's not really a vacation.
You're right, because it's not going to be relaxing.
Because you can't fully disconnect. Now, is it good that you're doing it? Yes. You do get to relax a little. But I don't feel, and some scientists out there chime in, I don't feel like you can really call it a vacation unless it's 7 days. There's something... Hey, man, it's in the Bible. There's something about the number 7.
Something about it. Well, so we're flying into Miami.
See,
Thursday.
Now you're adding a flight into it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, my daughter loves to fly.
Okay.
Where she's a travel bug. So, Cody and I separated whenever she was 2. So I kind of did not alter my life to have a baby like I made her do. So we were traveling, road tripping, horse shows, hours in the car, hours on an airplane, so she's good with the travel. But now she's just like, what do you mean we're going to... So for her birthday, we went to Great Wolf Lodge whenever it first opened down there in
Round
League
Rock?
City. No.
Oh, League City.
As soon as it opened, we were there opening weekend, right? For her birthday. So much fun. And she was like, but it's only like an hour away, 2 hours away. And I'm like, first of all, yes. But now in her mind, vacations are far.
You have to leave.
You-
Yeah.
you have to get on a plane.
Okay.
So now her vacation idea is gone.
This is her definition: is you have to fly.
You have to fly
Okay.
somewhere.
All right.
Oh no, I feel like I did something. No, I just turned it down. Oh, there we go.
There
now
you
I
go.
can hear me.
You back?
But so we're flying into Miami Thursday night, and we're getting to Miami at midnight.
Is one straight flight?
Yes.
Y'all going out to Hobby or George Bush?
Dad's driving us.
Ah, okay. Whichever
Whatever
one.
flight Dad takes me to and picks me up, because I don't like to leave my car places.
Same.
So hopefully it's past the point where you have to be at the airport for 17 hours to get somewhere, because I'm working Thursday.
So you're working, then going. When are y'all coming back? Sunday? Saturday? Monday. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, that'll be like a semi getaway, but it's not a vacation.
No, it's going to be so stressful. Like, I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm excited. I'm excited to put my feet in some sand and some water, and the cruise ship's got water slides on it, but I'm a little sketched out about this little hantavirus. Granted, is it Haunty?
It's like Hanta. Like Santa, but Hanta.
Hanta.
Well, I'll go ho, 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 Hantavirus.
Hantavirus. Yeah, so we shall see. Hopefully they don't shut it down before then.
Well, all right. Well, have fun on your short
It's no Mexico. Well, I guess I am going to Mexico. Not like you're going to Mexico, but I am going to Mexico.
Yeah, we're flying into. We're going to like. I thought it was like Puerto Vallarta, but that's on the other side, and that is more dangerous. That's on the other side of Mexico. We're going just outside of Cancun.
Okay.
And yesterday, I went through the travel agency itinerary thing that my sister-in-law put together, and I looked at the price. I was like, no. So I got on Priceline, and I was like, I found this for a lot cheaper. Mm-hmm. Well, she goes, oh, no, I've already talked to him. She goes, it's actually cheaper than what you found on Priceline. And I was like, yes. Wow. That just like, it literally brightened my spirits about this entire trip. Because one, I had a job that came in that I'm a little bit behind on. We just got busy with a lot of different things, and then, not feeling well. Today I'm going to have it done. I wouldn't say I'm like super behind. It was 10 days. So that's not too bad, is it? Like if you do something and then 10 days later you finish it, I don't think that's too bad.
I don't know.
So I'm almost done with this big project that I'm very thankful for. Well, that project actually paid for the plane ticket. See, and that just came out of nowhere.
Love it.
So, I say nowhere. God provided that one. And then the tax return came in, and now that we file married, see, I'm like one of those that's like, I want to keep, like, even though we're and that's a whole nother show. It's nothing bad, but I'm just one of those that like, I just like to have my things, and my wife has her things, and we just kind of, keep nothing bad.
Me and my imaginary husband, same. We like to keep our stuff very separate for the time being.
Yeah, but that's like how it is, and I don't mean it like I like to have my bank account. She has hers. We have a joint account that we opened, a long time ago. But there's the thing that's in it's the deposit, and I did put the tax return in it. But so even the taxes, I like to keep those. So, well, then all of a sudden my account was like, y'all need to start filing together. And I did that, and that was the greatest thing I ever did.
You're like, just win.
I was like, whoa, where did this? Oh, let's have more children.
Every time I do my taxes, I'm like, maybe if I had just one more. But then I'm like, oof, it is not worth it. I mean, not that it's not worth it. I love my child my whole life. That came out really fast. I love my child. But maybe no more children ever for me. Ever. Heavy on that one.
Yeah. Very heavy on
Very heavy on no more children.
But it was I don't know, it was kind of cool to see that, and so that's the one thing. Like I'm even at this, and I'm so appreciative of my wife. I love you, Bridget. I appreciate she does so much.
She's so fantastic.
Well, she does so much, and I'm thankful that she does the laundry. But I'm almost like on this weird fence of like I just like to do my own laundry.
I feel like acts of service is a way that you show love and receive love. So if that's not how you receive love, but that's how she shows love, that's
then
okay.
Just let her do it.
I wish.
But we don't like put the laundry up. It just stays in the office room, and then
I have a laundry room.
Yeah,
I have a laundry room, and then I have a laundry room.
And the laundry room is the real room where all the clothes go.
Yeah. So whenever you do laundry, so like for me, when I'm like I do laundry, it means putting it away. Like it's like the whole thing, because I can wash my clothes, put them in the dryer, and then put them in my back bedroom, and it's me. I'm like, that's not doing laundry. But I feel like the whole act of
it has to be the complete process for it to be completed.
Right.
obviously. That's like,
obviously, but not obvious. Because I do have clean clothes, and that's always a plus. So I just know that I hate putting... So I'm for not being as OCD as I used to be. So my closet is color coordinated, and it's put in like tank tops, t-shirts, long sleeves, dresses, and then it's color coded in each one. Okay. So that's why I don't ever want to do it, is because it's exhausting to be me.
Yeah, we're praying for you right now. We're going to take a break.
Back bedroom? Nope. Piles. Just clean piles. Hope for the best.
Piles.
Piles and piles.
Piles of them.
Because I have everything like laid out the way it's supposed to be. And then I also have like clean piles that are going to have to go right back through the dryer and the washer because they just got thrown on the floor. The only person who consistently does laundry in my house is my daughter. Like, she's really good about doing her laundry and putting it away.
She's what, 10?
She's 10.
So you got her working.
Yeah.
That's good.
She does dishes if I ask. I cannot get the trash from her room into the kitchen. That's still a thing, but I don't know how people keep their kids from eating in the room, because we've made contracts, we've signed contracts, we've had whoopings, some heavy conversations. Nope, trash still in a room.
Doesn't work.
Candy in a room.
Well, T, let's take a break as it is 8:28. I do want to keep things on the radio. We're going to go till 9 today. Got started a little bit late. I do want to go till 9 today, but we're going to keep the next segment on the radio.
Nice.
Because I have a very special shout out. The other day, it was National Nurses Day and National Teachers Week and all of these things. Well, it is another day today.
Today's another day.
It is another day, and there's more shout outs coming up when we come back. So let's take a break. We'll be back in just a few moments. We're going to go ahead and keep things right here on Spirit 94.3, and we will have those shout outs when we come back. Who is it?
I don't know.
You're just going to have to keep listening to find out.
Oh.
All right, we'll take a break. 8:30 almost. This is Spirit 94.3. Hope lives right here, and we'll be back in a moment. Interact with us. Many of you are commenting in. We'd love to see more. And I've got another update. I got to connect with my friends in Fargo yesterday. I'll talk about that when we come back.
Fargo.
We'll be back in a moment. This is Good Morning Huntsville. Stay with us.
You are listening to Fear Radio. God bless you.
Making disciples of all nations, from here to the world. Spirit 94.3.
That's it as we continue on. For some reason, I played like some Star Wars type deal. Taylor was looking at me like, what is this? Josh.
Hey, we love a good Star Wars.
I love a good
plug.
Josh, and I miss Josh.
Oh, is his name Joshua or is it Josh?
Joshua.
Joshua.
I don't know.
Why doesn't he go by Joshua?
Joshua. He does, I think. He's not here today.
Joshua.
Hey, Josh, how are you? And then
I know, I
there's
kept
nothing.
looking over there and he's just not there.
Sad. I'm really sad.
He'll be back eventually.
Poor little guy.
I bet he's really enjoying New York right now.
Poor buddy. You know what word I really like that I'd never use?
Oh, boy.
Pal.
Pal.
Pal. Hey, pal.
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 For For nerds out there that are in video, there's PAL and there's NTSC. NTSC is the American standard. PAL is the European format.
What are you saying?
PAL, PAL, PAL. It's a European TV format. In America, we use NTSC. That's just a nerd thing.
That is a nerd
PAL.
thing. I love that you are just a wealth of knowledge sometimes.
That's not even useful. It's like useless information. PAL.
Payal.
Anyways, I had a not important. By the
It's
way.
important.
It was important to me because the Spurs are now 3-2. They steamrolled the Timberwolves last night after the Wemby elbow. See, you got to get into this stuff, Taylor. Victor Wembanyama for the Spurs a couple of nights ago elbowed the snot out of a dude. Like literally, I mean, he
Literally,
threw
the snot was just...
He got booted out of the game. For a young man who is very humble, standing at 7'5", had enough. He got to the breaking point.
And elbowed.
And
well, in his defense, an elbow, that's like most people's height for 7'5".
See? Exactly. Probably good take. Taylor needs to be on a sports show. We need to have a sports show now.
I would be so good at the sports.
At the sports, yes.
I watched a video of a tall people festival.
That's what it was called. Tall
Yeah.
People. Okay.
And it was interesting to see, like, everybody they interviewed was over 5'11". Like, the women were 5'10", 5'11".
That's considered tall?
For women.
5'11"?
For women.
What are you, 5'3"?
I'm 5'2".
5'2". I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. I'll take the 5'3" some days. But it was just interesting because, like, there were women that were, like, 6'5", 6'6". But it was cool because, like, perspective-wise, nobody looked tall. I mean, whenever they also had a guy that was 7'9".
And then all of a sudden, boom.
And it was like, whoa, that's real tall. But I'm like, what? I don't understand. Like, I don't understand being tall. Like, I feel like I am a normal size person. I'm not. I think I'm short-ish. But I also think it's interesting that in some of the video, it was gentlemen talking, and like one guy was like, I'm 5'10", but the guy was 6'10". No, I'm lying. He was 6'1", maybe. But the guy who was interviewing was 6'2", and he was short. But that was the point, is he was short, so he was trying to prove that being 6'1", 6'2" isn't tall. And like that's the whole thing. But one guy was like, "Yeah, I'm 6'3", but the guy that was interviewing, they were the same height, and I'm like, why? What is people's height complex with that kind of stuff? Like, I'm not gonna lie about my height.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm almost 6'3". Although I feel like I've lost an inch or something as I've gotten older. It's a real thing.
Osteoporosis.
Cricket back. Notre Dame. Somebody took a picture of me the other day, like while I was working. I was like, please delete that. I mean, literally, my back took a curve when I was growing. Like, not a Scully curve, but just like
a hunchback.
A Notre Dame curve.
Oh, I see. We were talking about sports, and it's like Notre Dame. That's a team.
That's why I brought it in. So, anyway, Spurs are now up 3-2. I've been saying that they will defeat the Timberwolves in 6 games. They've got a chance to do it here in a couple of nights, as they will go back to Minnesota. And if the Spurs lose, there's going to be a winner-take-all Game 7 down in San Antonio for the series. But you've heard it here first. San Antonio will be victorious. They will win in 6 on the road in Minnesota, and they'll go on to play OKC in the Western Conference Finals, where they will beat Oklahoma City in 6 games, and then they will face a pretty tough opponent in the Eastern Conference to be determined. But the Spurs will be the NBA champions this year.
I want you to be right.
I do too, and the reason I brought all this up is because, I've got some friends in Fargo. Some great friends, and this all started with the word pal a while ago.
Pal?
My buddy Dave Jacobs and I still talk every once in a while. There's also Moose over there at 107.7 The Fox. Really cool little rock
Moose
station.
plays at the Fox.
Moose is at the Fox. He and Dave Jacobs, really great radio guys. Good friends that I made there in Fargo. And we still text back and forth every once in a while, especially Dave and I, and we joke around all the time, send each other stuff. Well, he said, man, why don't we call you and interview you about the Spurs? Because they're big Timberwolves fans. It's right across the border. They're literally on the Minnesota border there in Fargo. That's why they call it Fargo Moorhead, or FM, because it's Moorhead, Minnesota, Fargo, North Dakota. They bleed into each other.
Okay.
And then 3 hours to the east, there's your Minnesota Timberwolves. So they're all Timberwolves fans up there. So we had a great interview a couple of days ago. They played that interview yesterday, and it was a lot of fun just catching up with those guys. And they put it on their social media and said it was great to catch up with our pal, Rob Hipp.
Oh, pal.
So it was.
Do they say soda?
Yeah, they say soda.
They get a soda in Minnesota?
Yeah, soda, no limit soda. Instead of no limit soda, it's no limit soda. They also, I don't know, we need to call them sometime and have them.
Coca-Cola.
They don't say that.
I say Coke.
They say pop.
And soda.
Pop. I say sody water.
I say let's go get a soda.
Yeah.
Because I don't say Coke because a Coke is a
Are
brand.
you a soda? Are you a soda-er?
I really don't want to be. I have to make myself not be. I love a good Dr. Pepper.
I love a good Dr. Pepper Zero with the new coconut splash in it. Oh, it's so good. Coconut cream
I want
Dr.
it
Pepper Zero.
frozen cold.
Okay.
So good. Or a good fountain Dr. Pepper. Oh.
Yeah.
But no, I try to drink water and coffee and tea.
Perfect.
That's all.
There you are. There's your Taylor Chandler update for the day. All right. So big shout out Dave Jacobs and Chad. Thank y'all for having me on, and we'll have to return the favor and have them on the show here to give us some updates.
I want to interview them about the sports.
We do. Well, friends, it's time to take a melatonin again. Not melatonin.
Give credit where credit is due.
That's where melatonin came from. It's time to take a melatonin. Melatonin, to get ready.
Oh, I'm well aware.
You picking up what I'm putting down?
Big fan of the melatonin.
Well, there are many people in our lives who have made such a wonderful impact and a wonderful difference in our lives. Of course, our parents, we think about mothers and fathers and grandparents. We even think about uncles and aunts, and sometimes, yes, even cousins who have made an impact on our life. And maybe second or even third cousins. Maybe just good friends who have came across the path of this wonderful life that we are blessed to live in this particular day and age. But Taylor, I'm reminisced as I go back to my high school days, and I think about all of the wonderful teachers who I've talked about on this show.
But there's somebody else.
The wonderful nurses who have been there for me in my most urgent times of need. And there are other people, too, who were nice to you in high school as you really wanted to go the extra mile as a student, because you knew that if you went the extra mile, that you could be late to school. That sometimes, yes, they would even give you passes to class and you wouldn't get detention for being late to school.
Never.
I want to give a special shout out today to all of those on National Receptionist Day. National Receptionist Day. Oh, in the tone now.
I was like, dang, we're getting it.
But for real, happy National Receptionist Day. And I want to give a special shout out. I mentioned the teachers and the school, but I want to give
the specialist.
Why don't you do it? And I'm going to put the camera on you.
We are.
Hold on. Because you know about this one.
I do.
She's probably listening right now. Give her the biggest TC love you could ever give a receptionist.
I am so thankful for not only the welcoming conversations we've had, but literally meeting me with open arms and to bring me into this family that you've created here. Miss Molly in the front. Thank you. Thank you for being so sweet and so kind and so knowledgeable, as we have slowly built this show, because it's not only me that you're kind to. You're kind to everybody who walks in those doors. And that takes a special type of someone to keep patient and to be so open-minded as this beautiful church grows.
Thank you, Miss Molly.
Thank you.
That was really good.
Also, that dessert you make is really good too.
Yes. Molly, I love you. The other day, it was really incredible. We had the National Day of Prayer at the fairgrounds. That evening, we held something here called an Evening of Hope. We're going to do it more often. It was really powerful. The Holy Spirit was moving in such an incredible way this Sunday evening here at First. And we had maybe 15, 20, I think 20 people came. We opened up the doors. I mean, it was a nice night. We literally had the doors to the front. We blocked off the side entrance where people sometimes come through. Yeah, and we just opened up the front. I put an A-frame sign up there. We opened the doors and left them open, inviting people in. And we ended up just having a prayer night. And, Molly is so sweet. We just love her so much. And I teared up because I said earlier, I miss my grandma. I lost I've never been one that's like, if it's your children, like, that's my best friend. No, that's your child.
Right.
I'm not judging. Like, Braylon and Caden got in this huge fight, this argument on the way in this morning because Caden said, Daddy's my best friend. And then Braylon
no.
said, no, he's my best. And they started fighting over it.
And you're like, go on.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
And,
Whose best friend am I?
No, I was like, don't go on because I'm tired of listening to it back there. Like, quit. And then they both started crying because they upset each other. It was one of those type of mornings. But outside of like your children, I really feel like my grandma was my best friend. We were so close. We had this very unique, special relationship. And I miss her so much. I do. I miss her calling me and asking me to change the light bulbs. I miss her calling me and asking me to come over and get her TV turned back on and fixing the TV remote. Just the little things in life that we take for granted were the things that my grandmother needed
That you
help
may even
with.
find as an inconvenience. Like, oh my gosh, there's nobody else you could call to do this.
But I never did. I loved it. I loved when she called me. And I knew by how she answered the phone if she just wanted to say hi or if she needed something. If she answered the phone, she called me by my real name. So she'd say, Robin. So when she'd call me and pick up, if she said, Robin, then I knew it was just a regular conversation. We were just going to talk. Now, if I picked up the phone when she called and she said, Robin, that meant that she needed something. I knew her voice. Even my wife, Bridget, she knew. She's like, oh, Nanny needs something.
Better go.
And, but we did. We had such a very, just a wonderful friendship. I talked to her almost every day in my adult life. And back in the day, I had a Jeep Wrangler. And she was always nervous about life. Like, she didn't ever want to go on a boat. She never wanted to go on an airplane. I don't want to say but she was tough, but there were some things that she just didn't want to put herself in harm's way.
Yes.
So she was like, I'm never getting on a plane. I'm never going to get on a boat. So she never did. She never did those things. And that was fine. She never had a broken bone in her body either.
Oof.
But
How does that happen?
But she was tough. And I remember a cousin of ours had a sunroof, and she was complaining about that sunroof on his vehicle because she said, he could be driving that and a rock could fall out of the sky and hit him in the head and kill him. Those things are just ridiculous. She would complain about these things.
Again, valid.
Yes, valid. She was always looking out. She was the kind of person that you better check the burners before you leave the house.
Better turn your straightener off.
Yeah, exactly. And that's a whole nother story because the other day my wife, did I tell you this story?
No, but that's a real fear that I have.
Yeah, it's a real fear. Real quick, bring me back because I'm going to go on a rabbit hole
Okay,
here.
rabbit hole it. Go.
I normally check the burners before I leave the house, even if we haven't, because my grandmother instilled that in me.
Okay.
She had a gas stove. So she was always
So
big on
you
that.
with your electric stove are very nervous of leaving it on.
Well, we have one of those glass top stoves, which those are dangerous, by
Those
the
will
way.
shatter.
Yeah, but they're dangerous because you sometimes don't know what's going on. If you have it on low, you don't know that it's on because it barely glows and you don't see it. Well, the other day, it's not my wife's fault, even though it is. It's okay, sweetheart, because we all do things. It could have easily been me. I'll put it that way. It could have easily been me.
Easily.
There's a certain place that you go, warehouse, to buy a bunch of food and supplies that you don't need, or you do need, but they sell it in bulk.
Okay.
You know where I'm talking about. There's
The big commercial places.
There's two of them that are in
The vicinity.
30 minutes to the south. We go there.
Okay.
And we buy in bulk, some things.
Love that.
Well, they give you boxes to put stuff in. You picking up what I'm putting down? You follow me on this?
Maybe.
They give you cardboard boxes. They said, do you want a box? They don't give you bags or plastic bags, but they have boxes, and they say, do you want some boxes? Yes, of course.
Of course. Always want boxes.
So, the glass top stove is a very useful... No, it's a very useful surface to put things on.
Right, because
It's like an extension of your counter.
it is part of your counter. I use mine as part of my counter.
It's an extension of the counter. But
it isn't.
But it's not supposed to be. Well, my wife had got a bunch of stuff from this particular, I can say it, I'm not promoting, Costco.
Okay.
And she comes home, and that cardboard box is full of diapers and all sorts of stuff, okay? Keep in mind, there's a cardboard box, and there's a cardboard box inside of
box.
Yes, and then the diapers are inside of there in a plastic bag. She comes home, never really thought of this much because I do the same thing, set it on top of the stove. Stove's off. Who cares? We leave for 4 hours. We go out to eat. We do all of our little Saturday things, whatever. We come back. Panic mode sets in. As soon as we walk in, there is this haze in the house. And it smelled like something was burning.
Oof.
And I start to run all over the house. I even get up in the attic because I'm thinking maybe it's an electrical burn in the wall. It's horrible. We don't know where it's coming from.
And that's not going to be your first thought is, let's check the stove.
Exactly. And so what do? What did I do? After all that, I looked and I said, my goodness, that burner is barely on.
Just enough.
When that box had gotten set on the stove, it bumped the burner, the knob, or thermostat, barely turned it on, and it was enough that it started to burn and slowly burn the bottom of the box. I picked it up, and there was little red embers dropping off the bottom of the box. Not only had it slowly burned through the main box, it started to burn through the diaper box and actually ruined half of a box of diapers. That could have been
significantly
our house.
Worse.
Yes.
Wow.
It was really scary.
So
now the rabbit hole, though. I know you have a thought too, but do you remember what I was talking about before this? Because I already forgot.
Oh, no.
I really did forget. It was something to do with my grandmother.
Just that you loved her. I think you were going on that Molly reminds you of your grandmother. I think that's where you were going.
It, yeah. Okay, we'll hold that thought. That's what it was. What were you going to say?
So I have a security system that does smoke alarm stuff.
Security.
And I'm not talking about my dogs, but I have one that does smoke as well. So that makes me feel a little bit better. For $55 a month, I'm like, it's fine. Because I am worried about fires because I don't have a sense of smell. So,
I don't either. After COVID, I can't normally smell stinky or bad things. I smell.
And that's why I was like, if my house is on fire, I don't know. And same with carbon
monoxide.
Phenomena. I don't want to be deceased. That's not what I want. But also there was a episode of This Is Us.
I don't want to be deceased.
I don't want to be deceased. Where the house catches fire from a crock pot malfunction. Your girl's a crock potter. Big fan of dumping things, going about my day, and then coming home to a cooked dinner. Like, it's fantastic. But I am worried now from that episode that my house will burn down from a crock pot. Because it's not just me. It's not just my kids. It's my sweet little puppy dogs that are locked in their kennels. And all I can think about is them being locked in their kennels and the house burning down and how tragic that would be.
Yeah, not good. Well, it is National Receptionist Day, and I'll bring it back to this, that Molly, I told her the other day, I said, I lost my grandma, but she has become my grandmother. And I just think the world of you, Molly, and I love you, and thank you for all that you do. And we need more Mollys in the world.
We need more Mollys.
I also want to give a special shout out this morning to Mary Jean Rocket. Yeah, that was cool. A rocket. Taylor's like,
I think it was really funny that you learned that I can
hold on. Okay,
speak
ready?
Spanish.
Ready?
Rocket.
That's okay. All right. We're worried about Taylor this morning. Mary Jean Rocket was my receptionist in high school. And some days I was a little bit late. There's also another lady in there. I feel really bad because I can't remember her name, but I knew her.
Shout out to her too.
Shout out to her too. I feel so bad. She would be so angry at me.
Speaking of bringing donuts and tacos to work to be late.
I would bring them things and they would say, Rob, you need to really be here on time, but here's a hall pass. Don't worry about it. Or class pass.
I feel that in my soul.
Shout out to all the receptionists out there on this National Receptionist Day. Can you think of a receptionist? Y'all don't really have one like...
We don't have one.
Everyone's a receptionist.
Everybody answers the phone and everybody welcomes everybody in my office.
Can you think of like any receptionist in your life, though? I know you said shout out to Molly here, but it's kind of like a lost art, that job now.
It is. And I'm trying to think of somebody whose job is specifically as a receptionist because I feel like now there's so many like admin assistants
Sounds more bougie.
But they take on receptionist roles, but they're not receptionists.
Please don't refer to me as a receptionist. I'm actually an admin assistant.
Sounds like a pay raise, so I'm sure that sounds nice to them. I can't think of it. I mean, if I'm forgetting you, it's not on purpose. I'm just...
Yeah, it is. So when we went to that little music break, she was like, I don't want to mention this person.
Specifically
No,
you.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I don't...
Well, it also is, you're going to be happy to know this real quick. I'll put a little
soothing,
little background music on here. Let's see.
I want Star Wars background.
Today it's National Frog Jumping Day.
I'm out.
It's a day when frogs jump. When we think about can pigs fly? No, but can frogs jump? Yes. On this National Frog Jumping Day.
I don't like frogs.
It's also National Apple Pie Day today.
Ayo.
You're not an apple pier?
I love pie.
Okay.
I like pie. What is it? Pie filling? I don't want the apples. I just want the pie filling with the crust.
Today, maybe you work in one of those tough jobs that doesn't just have one shift. It doesn't just have two shifts, but a job that has a third shift. And maybe you work the third shift. Today is your day, National Third Shift Workers Day today. We salute you and your dedication to working those overnight hours and living the American dream. Third Shift Workers Day. It's your day, building America. It's also National Crouton Day today.
Woo!
National Fruit Cocktail Day today. And one that's not to joke about, National Children of Fallen Patriots Day today. You think about the children out there, and this is a serious one, of those that have served in the military and such wonderful people. That is the most selfless sacrifice I think that you can make as a human on this earth, is serving your country. I don't care what country it is. If you serve your country, that's selfless. And some people don't get to come home. And many of those that don't get to come home have children at home. And it's a tough one because the picture right here is just heartbreaking. It's a little girl at a military cemetery, and she's there in front of a tombstone knowing that's her father. And that's tough. I'm going to tell you, Taylor, man, you know this as a mother. Things hit different whenever you see children and those kind of things. You know, before, yeah, my heart would be broken, but now it's like, what if that was my little girl?
Yeah, no, I can't think about that.
Yeah. And so we give a special shout out today to all of you. This, you know what I love about Huntsville in this area? We're so patriotic here. This community is unlike any other that I've ever been a part of for how much people help each other. And this is the inspiration today. I told we're going to get to it. It just took us till 8:54.
We found it.
We found it. Be reminded how blessed we are to live in this community today. Mm-hmm. And maybe this morning you've woken up and there's something going on that's horrible in your life. There's something that you feel like that there's no end. I know people right now that are looking for work, and it breaks my heart because people need jobs to have money to support their families. But this morning, know that you live in a community where people can and will help, and just ask. And I know it's a hard thing to do. It's
asking for help.
I'm going to tell you,
humbling thing.
When we had to have that surgery for even our dog, I felt bad about like putting a GoFundMe together, but I had to. Mm-hmm. You know, and people helped us. Every little bit helps. And so this morning, I want to remind all of us how blessed we are to live here in Huntsville and throughout this county. And I've been to a lot of different places. I've been fortunate to see many different places, you know, especially in the sports broadcasting where I got to travel on someone else's paycheck, which was fun. But visit other places frequently and all over the United States, not just, you know, regionally, but all over the U.S. And I can tell you there's nothing better. Maybe except San Antonio, because I'm a Spurs fan and the Riverwalk. But as far as this community helping people, there's nothing better. I've never been a part of a community where people come together and help. And so be reminded of that this morning. We live in a community, Taylor, as you know, that just loves our veterans. I think of people like Tara Burnett, the Hearts Veterans Museum.
Oh, yeah. Well, places like where Honor Cafe can just thrive. That's their niche, is veterans.
This community gives back to veterans. And on this Children of Fallen Patriots Day, I think about all those veterans. I think about those that have given their life and the ultimate sacrifice in serving our country and the legacy that they have left behind for their children, for their families. And so today, no matter what you're going through, be reminded of that God has chose this area and this particular moment in time to be that support system that you may need. And maybe you're alone. You know, we talk about days like Mother's Day, which, by the way, happy belated Mother's Day.
Thank you.
We talk about Mother's Day, and maybe there's people that lost their mom, and that was a hard day for them. I know many women who no longer have their mother, and it's a hard day for them. And I know one day when my mom's not going to be here, it's going to be the hardest day for me because I love my mom so much.
I saw quite a few women struggling on whether they are don't want to say eligible to support or be participating in Mother's Day because they've lost children.
Yeah.
You know, and that was a idea that had never crossed my mind. I'm like, you know, what considers a mother? Like I told Lainey's stepmom, Happy Mother's Day. And, you know, technically, no, Lainey's not hers, but Lainey is hers. Like she stepped into a role and has done a fantastic, amazing job of helping me raise my child. Like she's an amazing mother to my child. And I'm like, I would consider her a mother, but I feel like on paper, you know, she's not a mom, but she's a mother.
It is. And always be mindful of those kind of days, because even as like I was talking to people on Sunday, even here at church, we had such a wonderful service. I mean, 13 families, babies, children were dedicated. It was awesome to see that. But I was thinking, like, even afterwards, I was at the grocery store and I saw a couple of ladies that I know, and I don't know their full story. I don't know if they've lost children. I don't know if they even have children. And so I was very careful because I don't want to say Happy Mother's Day, not knowing their situation.
Just have a fantastic day.
Yeah. And so, you know, be mindful of that, but also be reminded that we are blessed to be here in Huntsville, Texas. We're blessed to have this station. We're so thankful. As you walk into the door of the studio, there's some letters that I put above the studio doors that says "From here to the world." We literally, from this little tiny desk, Taylor, this little big 5'2" desk right here.
It's like average size.
This little average sized desk. We can literally make an impact for the kingdom of the Lord, for his glory, from this little table. And I'm thankful for that every day that I walk in. I'm thankful for folks like Billy Holmes, the staff chaplain at the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, who said, Rob, I want to get involved. And he does a gospel show now here on Spirit. That gospel show happens Fridays from 5 to 6. And he told me, he said the response was tremendous. A lot of folks, staff workers from TDC, were listening on Friday. And I'm thankful for all that help keep this station going, like Elliott's Jewelers and their underwriting support. Also, Walker County Federal and many others. We appreciate all of those in this community who have said we want to get behind the mission of sharing the good news in Huntsville, Texas. So, well, hey, it is almost 9 o'clock. Taylor, any final thoughts? Been a fun show today. I miss Josh. We didn't have our games today.
Oh, JWoww over there.
Yeah.
No, I really miss beating him. Like I'm ready for him to get back. I hope he has a great vacation. Work vacation. Because he's gone for more than 7 days.
Yeah, he's in the mission field in New York.
He is in it. But I hope he comes back with a rejuvenated spirit. And I'm excited for... Oh, so he won't be back next Wednesday.
No. He won't be back till like Thursday. He'll be here Friday.
Better bring his A game.
Yeah. So you have to put up with me for just 2 weeks.
Ugh.
Sorry.
Good
Sorry
deal.
about that, Taylor.
That's fine.
Taylor,
Grateful heart.
any inspiration you want to leave us with today on the radio airwaves? We don't get to do this often to end the show on the radio.
No,
But
I think every day is a good opportunity to be kind to somebody. I know it's easier said than done, but whenever you are in a situation today, tomorrow, or when it occurs, there's always that moment where you can choose to be kind and choose to not. I encourage you to take a breath and just choose kindness today, because you don't know what somebody's going through, and sometimes it's easier to yell at a stranger than it is to say, hey, I'm hurting and I'm struggling, and will you pray with me? And be kind. Just take a second and just move forward with grace and dignity and take the high road today. I think if we can all just choose one day, hopefully every day is ever that day, but it's one day at a time of just choosing kindness and choosing to be grateful. And I just wish the world was just a little kinder.
well, hopefully, after listening to this show, it will be. So, Taylor, thank you. Hey, for all of you, thanks for hanging out with us today. Big shout out to Bill Doggett, Jennifer Augustinetti, many others joining us. We appreciate all of you so very much. Also, my friend Ty Gibson joining from Georgetown. Saw him on my personal feed this morning. We don't get to see those and those comments, but I want to give a special shout out to Ty. Ty is an organ donor. He's the reason that on my driver's license there's a heart that says donor. Ty will be on this show May the 28th. That's the day, by the way, for the Spirit Radio ribbon cutting.
Yes.
So we would love, I know that the SBDC, I didn't get a call, so that means we didn't win any award, and that's okay. We don't win any, we never win anything, but that's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Grateful for the opportunity.
Because I had people say, well, that's the day of the SBDC. Well, that's the item Reader's Choice Awards. So a lot of people that won awards, they're not going to be at our ribbon cutting, but that's okay because there's others that didn't win awards, and that's okay because you can come here and you can celebrate a big time win by coming to
a big community win.
Yes, come to our ribbon cutting May the 28th. Are you coming?
At 11.
At 11. We're going to have lunch across the street too.
Okay.
So we need folks to RSVP just like Taylor did, and it's going to be right here, our official grand opening of the Spirit Studio, and we would love for you to come May the 28th, 11 a.m., spiritradio.fm/RSVP. I mentioned all that too because Ty Gibson will be here that morning. He is coming from Georgetown. He is going to share his faith and how the Lord has carried him through some really rough times. And he's going to share some really cool stuff with us. And he's active. He's a Sam Houston alum as well, so it ties into our community. Well, that will wrap it up. Again, appreciate all of you for being with us today. We'll be back at it tomorrow, so make sure you come hang out. Jason Bay and I will be on a Thankful Thursday. But for Taylor Chandler and the absent Joshua Mashi, but he's present in spirit, I'm Rob Hipp reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. So please provide a word of encouragement, lend a hand of support. We promise somebody out there needs you. Until next time, good morning, Huntsville. God bless. We should be ready to roll at 7:30 tomorrow. See you, Taylor.
Bye. Ready for a better way to bank? Join Walker County Federal Credit Union today. As a member, you'll enjoy low-cost loans, no annual fees, and easy online access. We're not just a credit union. We're a community dedicated to your financial success. Experience friendly service tailored for just you. Why wait? Join us online at walkercountyfcu.com or drop by our location at 1802 Normal Park Drive, Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
At Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, we're not just a place where children pass the time. We are not a daycare. We are a child care center focused on the growth, learning, and discovery. Every day, children engage in meaningful activities that build confidence, independence, and a love for learning. From reading and math to social and practical life skills, our students are active participants in their development. Ready to give your child something more? Visit tomorrowspromise.info and discover what makes our school different. Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Education you can trust.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
Hey friends, Rob Hipp, Media and Community Outreach Minister here at First Baptist Church, Huntsville. Let me ask you, when's the last time you felt real hope? Maybe it's been a while since you've been to church, or maybe you've never felt connected to a church at all. Well, friends, that's okay. Here at First Baptist, we're a harbor of hope, and we welcome everyone just as they are. We have programs throughout the week for all ages to come together, ask questions, grow in faith, and find the hope that only Jesus Christ can bring. Whether you're looking for a fresh start or a community to call home, we'd love for you to join us. Come experience something real. For more information, visit fbchuntsville.org. First Baptist Church Huntsville, a harbor of hope.